Hello, thanks for tuning in to Kalkine TV. I'm James Preston and this is The Hot Performers, a show where we take a look at the hottest emerging stories and trends that could impact markets. And today it's all about Black Friday. In the spirit of the day, we're taking a look at 5 ASX retail shares. According to the latest analysis by the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, Australian retailers may witness a bumper Black Friday shopping weekend if the spending replicates trends from past years. CBA's merchant data showed that spending over the 4 years from Black Friday to Cyber Monday inclusive in 2020 surged 14% in comparison to the week prior. Furthermore, overall spending rose 10% in 2020 over the 4-day Black Friday period in comparison to 2019. On that note, here are 5 ASX-listed retail stocks to have a look at. These stocks have given a significant return in the past 5 years, and the first on our list is Temple & Webster, an Australian-based online retailer. The firm has made significant investments in its offline and online businesses in the past few years. In 2021, Temple & Webster achieved revenue growth of 85%, and at its recent AGM, the company said that its revenue for the period from July 1 to October 15 had risen 56% compared to the prior corresponding period. The revenue per active customer in 2021 also rose 12% year on year, and the company has plans to reduce its profit margins in the medium term by investing in growth areas of the business to boost its online market position. Temple & Webster's stock's 5-year return stands at over 7,257%. Accent Group is the second retail stock to focus on, and it's engaged in retail and distribution of footwear and apparel businesses. According to the company's latest trading update for the first 18 weeks of the 2022 financial year, their operations were significantly impacted by store closures in New South Wales, Victoria and the ACT. The company expects that the impact on owned retail sales, including digital, for the first 18 weeks was 86 million Aussie dollars, nearly 26% below the original management plan. In 2021, total sales increased 19.9%, earnings before interest and tax also grew 32.1%, and the net profit after tax rose 38.6%. Accent Group's stock's 5-year return stands at over 88%. All right, time now for a very short break before we take a look at 3 more retail stocks to consider with the backdrop of Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
Where the property market is headed next.
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With Kalkine TV.
Thanks for joining us on Kalkine TV. It's great to have your company. I'm James Preston, and this is the Hot Performers Show. We're focusing on 5 hot-performing retail stocks with the backdrop of Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. If you're just joining us, we've already taken a look at Temple & Webster and also Accent Group. Let's now move on to our third stock in focus, which is JB Hi-Fi. JB Hi-Fi is an Australian leading retailer of home consumer products with a focus on electronics. In 2021, the company reported record profits compared to the previous year. The company's online segments received 780 million Aussie dollars in sales over the past financial year. In its recent annual report, the company's management showed positivity toward 2022. CEO Terry Smart said that despite the challenging year 2021 posed, its business model saw it performing better than ever before. JB Hi-Fi stock's 5-year return stands at over 76%. From electronic goods to produce, and giant supermarket retailer Coles is also in focus. The company managed to boost its sales revenue by 3% in 2021, despite challenges faced due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The net profit surged by 7.5% during the period, and the company also opened an additional 64 new stores. In the quarter ending September 30, 2021, Coles reported a 1.5% rise in total sales, and the growth came on the back of a strong performance by the supermarket and liquor business, which offset the weakness in the express business. Coles stock's 5-year return stands at over 40%.